And we're getting ready for a picnic, and we're on the grounds, and there's Marianne. They gave me a golf cart they let me drive, and I'm going to pan back. And this is the line for picnic lunch. And look at the herd of people. There are a bunch. Now there's students and everything else here, as you can see. Some of the buildings. And we're back in one of those buildings back there. As you can see, we're all here. Oh, it's something else. We'll go get in line in a few minutes. We'll see what happens here. Well, there are a bunch of people. Okay, I'm going to shut this thing down now and go get something to eat. So we'll see you later. Have fun. Okay, we're back inside now. We're in one of the rooms.
Here's where I found you, right here. Yeah, there it is.
What?
I said you call me the director.
Right. My wife, that's Walt Noble. I was in classes with him. He's about the same age, except he's still got hair.
Yeah.
This is where we've had the dinner meeting and everything.
Well, he wanted to get you in the picture there.
He skipped while he was in the hospital. I was in the Cameron Hospital having my head taken out. Well, Cameron wasn't even existing. Yes, it was. Singer. Yeah, Walt Noble, huh? 1949, that means what's your name? Art Williams.
Okay. Another one. I'm Dick Halfie.
How you doing, Dick?
Okay. Good. Get your picture here.
Wow.
Is that
Arthur Williams, yeah.
Okay.
And you're with that singer, huh? Yeah.
Okay, Arthur Williams, he's a very window.
Yeah.
Now, what's your name, sir?
That's Arthur Williams. This is Ed Singer.
Yeah, I'm Ed Singer.
Ed Singer, okay. Oh, yeah, there you are.
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, we're Dick and Mary Ann Halfie.
Oh, you've been a long way. You betcha. California.
Well, this is our first reunion that we've
Fraternity brothers ended up.
about 50 years. That's our first time.
Oh, is that right? Well, we've been back a number of times.
Oh, have you?
Yeah, we've been back 6 or 7 different times.
Oh, how nice. Things have sure changed.
Diane did
Yeah.
bring a 50-day yearbook. You'd like to stop and take a look at it?
Yeah, I've got a list. No, I don't know. I got something. Yeah.
Nobody I know.
John, I maybe see. I don't in your thinking here.
I mean, Halfie.
Singer, is it? Yes.
Singer, yeah. S-I-N-G-E-R.
Yeah. Where's the, no?
Okay, I'm going to quit here again for a while.
Yeah, it's right on, it's on this sheet here. You got
Goodbye.
Oh, tonight's
They're both the same place, so it's older.
We've got a picture of all the 49 graduates, and I'm going to try to zoom in and see if I can get anything with it.
After my first quarter here, I went home and we got married and we came back.
Nope, it won't go.
Before.
But anyway, I'm going to pan this whole thing and see if it comes out.
Yeah, 302
I don't think I'll ever find myself in
Remember
there.
302 East Scale?
302 East Scale. This is 1, 2, 3. Yep. On the right hand side. Yeah.
Where we live.
Okay. Do you remember 215 Northwest Street?
Yeah? Yeah?
That's where I live.
Yeah, you still live there?
No, I was born. No, they tore it down. I had it that undertaker next door was white.
Oh, yeah.
Boy, that's something else. All those pictures in there. Then there's a yearbook open over here, and there's my pictures in it. Since I don't have a yearbook, I'm going to get me.
I was born before Cameron.
That's what I look like.
The year before, the year after they started that house. I'm old.
Yeah.
I remember, you know, when I think back to Cameron, the one building,
This is the page with me, and there I am.
I mean, it was, yeah, when I went into
Let me find my finger. There it is. There, that's me 50 years ago.
Whoa, my goodness, you were his initial manager.
And I remember part of these guys. Then I'm going to get off of this thing. I've taken all the pictures I can stand for right this minute.
Okay.
Here's more people.
So it could have been Roush or Barton or Mason. Roush, Barton, or Mason. It could have been one of those three. Yeah. But it was so, I don't remember.
How many bed is that Cameron Hospital?
I think it's 58.
58, okay. I trained in a 110 bed hospital. Lots of years ago.
Okay, I'm gone.
But it's better than the alternative
Yeah, it's running.
of not being around.
We're in Tri-State Library, and I'm walking down the stairs and trying to take pictures at the same time, and this is kind of ridiculous. It's like trying to walk and chew gum at the same time. I'm not good at it.
Well, wait till you get on level ground.
I've already got the camera running.
Oh, have you? Okay.
You couldn't for me too. I had 4 or 5 passes
Oh.
years ago.
Welcome to the club.
Welcome to the club, so did he.
Yeah?
Yeah,
Is that right?
Yeah.
yeah.
About 10 years ago.
Oh, mine's only been about 6.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. We're going down here now. All right, we must be coming down to the bookstore.
Yeah.
Now we're looking for a job.
Yeah, so.
You gonna close the door on me now?
Think I started for the job?
No, I was just going to tell you that those of you who were around Angola years and years ago, before this building was built, you know what was here? In this spot? Was the outdoor theater. Remember
Oh,
the outdoor theater?
that flat spot. Yeah.
It wasn't even an outdoor theater when we were here, I guess. Yeah, oh, yes, it was. Yeah, because they didn't build this building until the 60s. This was the first building built when they were going for accreditation. They had to have so many volumes in the library to become accredited. So this building was built, and I still don't like the architecture of this building. With all the brick buildings around campus here.
Yeah, you got this
And
in
then they got
stone.
this monstrosity stone thing that some architect thought was beautiful. Anyway, this is the bookstore. We can go in here.
Good.
Anybody wants to see what we have to offer in the
Go ahead and spend your money.
I've got a whole bunch of sweaters and sweatshirts and
Have you?
everything.
Come in.
Good. This is where
Right now.
Yeah, this is one of the places.
When did you graduate?
74,
Oh, me too.
Ellen Grove.
Oh, okay, so you know on the list, there's only like 5 feet.
Yeah, I thought maybe there'd be more.
I'm getting pictures.
Oh, okay. Well, I didn't want
Go
to
on.
walk in his shop.
No.
Oh, yes.
Oh, lovely breeze.
The bookstore is considerably different from what it was that I remember.
Yeah.
Mercy. Things do change. Okay, that's enough in here. And this is the Wells Theater donors list here. I'm going to swing around to the other side, and that's a nice big inset with a floral arrangement.
Floral arrangement, and then this is really ornate.
Look at this monster. I mean, this thing. That is something else. Okay. Then we'll go on in.
Oh, my, the wood.
And this is the Wells Gallery,
Yeah. Beautiful.
the Wells Theater.
Well, we go up more stairs. Oh, but not very many. Not too many stairs. Yeah, if you want to get in there, so you have room on that.
Okay.
Okay.
No, they remodeled this building. This was the School of Business.
Yeah.
This was the School of Business right here.
Yeah.
In 19...
Was this a classroom?
Yeah, it probably was a classroom right here. And upstairs, a classroom. Yeah, there were all classrooms in here, and labs.
Could you
Counting
step
labs.
aside and let some of the other gentlemen in?
Sure,
I'm
sure.
sorry.
Absolutely.
Let me just sneak past here.
Yeah. Yeah. Come on in.
Harold.
Come on in.
Harold and
Howard. That's great. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
this gentleman down here is a member of the class of 36. Or, no, 39.
Dave. Fletcher. That's not ringing any bells.
Not ringing any bells, no, Fletcher.
Fletcher. No.
He taught English. That's right.
John Fletcher. Well, that must have been after my time. I graduated in 48.
He was here in 48, I can guarantee you that. I was here then, too.
That one didn't work. I'll try another one.
Who was...
English. All right.
He ran the bookstore, he did everything.
Bill Pfeiffer.
Pfeiffer?
Bill Pfeiffer, electrical engineering. Bill Pfeiffer. P-I-F-E-R. That's the guy that ran the bookstore, owned the bookstore. When you were still like...
Was that his wife working with him too?
No, Glenn Radcliffe's wife worked in the bookstore.
Glenn Radcliffe.
Right. Yep.
Okay. The library that I'm shooting now. And then I'll turn around, and this is the old administration building. All the way up there. And then this is the Taylor Hall of Humanities. And then it looks like they're going to Shambaugh Hall, which is where I took the pictures inside. Okay, we'll go over there next. See you there. Okay. This is the other building. She's waving at us. Here we come.
See her. Okay, you've got enough of that?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
As long as we don't bump into the...
Oh, you made it.
Did we make it okay?
Yeah.
All right.
You got a handle.
Thank you, dear.
Your labor nurse needs to be able to birth them balloons too.
I said I can deliver twins out of this purse.
I worked in the hospital up at Cameron
Oh.
for 5 years, and I was secretary in
Oh.
OB at MedSurg.
Oh, my
I'm
goodness.
going the long way.
It's like to go into the birthdays and help. That was
Oh, yes. Well, how
Can I
nice.
help her with this one?
Oh.
It's long. It's just so exciting.
Well, I'm glad you
I was
told
kind of
me
like a
that.
counselor. I'd run through
Yeah,
that,
sure.
Get the blood
Sure.
blankets, get that picture.
Right.
It's very exciting.
Right.
It's just so exciting. And Dad's really there. Now they let the dad do it.
Oh, my gosh,
It's always
yes.
good, but Dads are there.
We used to keep-
sometimes the moms, sometimes the sisters, and it's just so
Used to keep
informal now.
the mothers 10 days
Oh, yeah.
flat on their back for at least 5 days, and then for C-section we'd keep them 12
Oh
days.
yeah, very informal. Now.
Yeah.
They're only there. I'm only there overnight.
Yeah.
Come to birth in the morning, go home that night.
Practically drive-by delivery.
Yeah, sure is.
Now this is called the Thomas Fowett Hall of Engineering now,
That's
where we used to just call it the Hall of the Engineering Building.
the Faywick engineering building. That's the building they just remodeled. That all
Yeah.
beautiful inside.
Oh,
I mean beautiful.
can you see the labeling?
Yeah,
of
I've already got it.
The Hall of...
Now, are you guys planning on going to the weather thing at 3 o'clock? That Dr. Finley's going to do a weather presentation? That's over in Faywick, and if
Oh.
you are going to that, you'll get to see that building. It's beautiful.
Oh,
Mm.
okay.
That's going to be a good presentation.
Okay.
Dr. Finley's an engineer. He's going
Oh,
Mm.
his undergraduate degree was in meteorology.
oh, meteorology, right.
So that'll be good.
Mhm.
Okay,
He's
thank
real
you.
good.
Thank you for telling us that.
Would you believe I've got all that on camera too?
Oh, how nice. Well, take a picture of her so that you...
Well, I tried to. I was earlier.
Hello, Richard and Marianne.
You're Jeannie Hoffman.
Horman.
Horman.
That's right. Sorry.
That's okay.
Eyes getting bad.
So many names to remember, too, isn't it?
Not quite so loud. You're
How many years
overpowering
have you
Bill.
worked here?
Here at 3.
3.
I worked at the hospital 5 and I just quit.
Oh.
I was working both for 2 years
Oh,
overlapping.
wow.
While I worked part-time at the hospital.
Yeah.
Once I came here. I worked more there.
Okay, it looks like we're going inside down here.
Just seen how the tour's going. Looks like everything.
Okay. Thank you, dear. We enjoyed your company. Oh, yay, yay. My gosh. He spent time in the weight room. You look great. Thought I'd build his ego a little.
Yeah.
Well, she walks faster than I do.
Who?
This gal in the...
Oh, yeah. Mhm.
Here's some more football players. I just... hi, guys.
How you doing?
Hello.
There's the way to go, right?
Right.
Absolutely, first class. Gonna say you want to park it in the shade?
Yeah, I'm going to park right over there in the corner.
Oh, okay. Okie dokie.
Okay. Boy, now this is quite an improvement in classrooms, too.
There you are.
Classes in the labs. And that's the way the building was designed. They were divided.
You having problems finding where you're supposed to go?
There's one in here, too.
He's the only professor I remember.
That's the only name I know.
I don't remember any of them.
Could you shoot through the mirror there? There's a class going on.
Yeah.
He was the one to see.
Yeah, class going on in there. There's people in here.
Yeah, this must be the...
Yeah.
This one, oh, civil and environmental.
Mhm. Now let's go on down this way. Come on. There's a copier room.
And the neat thing about our classes, especially in the major colleges, most labs are put on by graduate assistants. Here at the university, all the labs are done by the students. And that's what makes our students so much in demand when they go out into the workplace. And a lot of the graduate schools want our kids that are interested in going to graduate school because they already know how to do the labs. And that way the professors don't have to teach, they can write books or do whatever they want to do. But they can go ahead and they already know how to do these labs. And all our classes are taught by professors and not taught by grad assistants. So that's what the neat thing is about all our schools, just not the business school, but all, or just not the engineering school, but all our schools are taught by professors.
That is interesting, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, David. Yes, we still have, the wind tunnel. Not this
In the
building.
computer division,
We actually have two.
Yeah, they had a wind tunnel for years there.
I was just about leaving, but engineering and weather.
when you roll the window down, all the way up.
Always in the market for a little camera.
The kids today, if you don't know computers, you don't get a job. Very well enough.
No, probably. Yeah, it's doing fair. Of course, I'm also getting the reflection. If I can get you in there as a reflection.
When we don't know what works until we ask our grandkids. Yeah, that's right.
Hi there. It's stairs. Oh, John J. McKetta, Department of Chemical Engineering. He has given this school a lot of money. Yeah.
I presume he's a graduate of here?
Yes. And he's also the professor emeritus of chemical engineering at some big school down in Texas.
Okay.
And we'll have to put,
I'll have to go see.
Heck, I'm still taking pictures. I didn't know it.
oh, sure, we have your singer. That's your singer. Now, what year was your husband graduated? 49 after us, too.
Yeah, it's quite a lab.
You know what all that stuff is?
Nope.
No? Okay.
I could probably go in and work on it for a while and might discover what.
Elevator? For you mechanicals?
I can
Mechanical lab in there?
I can fall down the steps.
You can walk slow down the steps. And I'll meet you folks downstairs.
Okay. Heck, you got a lift right here. Oh yes, I remember these things.
Yeah.
Tensile machines. Yeah, that's for testing tensile samples.
Oh, really?
Uh-huh.
Would that be considered a drill press?
No, that's for testing tensile samples. It breaks steel bars.
Oh, they break stuff.
Yep. Look at that old Bardens and Oliver. Great Scott.
Just like when you were here.
Oh yeah, this is their forging or metal pouring area.
That couple up there, Bridgeport wasn't there, we didn't have that when I was there. We had some old lathes.
You had that. We had a couple of 6-spindle machines.
Yeah.
Now,
And of course, you can't
is
do
that
nothing without a
considered a lathe?
bandsaw down there.
That's a turret lathe, dear.
turret lathe.
Don't miss the bandsaw.
Which one? The one back there?
Yeah.
I saw it.
Wow. Wow.
What are those automatic machines called now? CNCs?
Yeah. Mhm. Yeah. It's okay. I'm just shooting over your shoulder. This thing, you'd be surprised at the focus area on this thing.
Now, it smells like some of your plants. that
Yeah.
you've been in. And I guess that's the lubricating oil and
Computer.
I can't believe that old monster, though.
Try and figure out which way works the best. Either it's just like a batch reaction, you're running it through pumps and reacting it here and you're filming it out,
Yes.
or running it through a set of coils.
closer.
No, I'm on telephoto.
There's just a pressure demonstration for the sophomores so they can actually understand that if you have a column and one could be really wide and one could be really small, that the pressure on the bottom of those are going to be the same. And that's just a big light bulb. They can tell you in the book all that all the time, but until you see it. And over here is a ion exchanger type thing, where we fill this up full of beads to demonstrate like an ion exchanger, something like that, a filtration apparatus, to where they can play around with different sized beads, and they'll be given a problem, and they'll say they want this much flow rate, and they'll find out that if you have the beads too small, that it'll limit your flow rate. You'll have more surface area, you'll take more out, but you'll have less flow rate. And over there against that wall is a that's a John
What are your antiques?
His name and what year he is.
He's a technician. I've already got it.
And his name and stuff.
I don't know.
right there.
Now, you're also a student here, right?
Yes.
And you came from, you had military background?
I spent 6 years in the Navy on a nuclear submarine. I was a chemical and radiological specialist on that submarine.
And now you got a lot of chemical engineering.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you.
There's anything else that, I'd like to know where they make the beer. They usually have something, but I usually have
What's your name, young man?
Brian Gallagher.
Glad to, good, you're on tape. Thank you very much.
Yes, we enjoyed that so much.
Yeah, I know some.
Oh, good, he's going to tell us more.
He's going to
Okay.
tell us more.
Yes, we're lucky we ran into him.
You can take alcohol and distill it, get about 97% something to drink.
Right. Battery acid.
Oh, well, huh.
But you see, we had to teach everybody else because we learned how to use it.
This was all physics and chem. Well, chem.
We couldn't understand why all of our alcohol in the medical department disappeared. Every bit of alcohol.
I'm just tracking along with this thunder and herd.
They really did a really good job.
This is a ramp.
I can't believe
Yeah, I'm on it. And there's another one right up here. Are you doing all right?
Yeah, I'm doing okay.
Okay.
it's amazing to know that we learned so much.
See the old tri-state engineer up there? That's the one we've got.
40 years till these guys get out.
I got one of those on a foot locker still at home.
Yes, right, you have.
There it is, that's it.
Yep, yep.
That's it. There you go. Yeah.
And obviously you got the decal from here.
Yeah, we
Yes.
got the
Yeah.
decal. I've got one embroidered.
Oh, my.
I've got an.
I got one of the flock ones fastened to a foot locker.
Yeah.
Don't ask me where
Yeah.
it is.
The new experiment that they have in here, clear in the back, with the computer attached to it, it's a asphalt tester where they can test the different viscosities of asphalt. To where, like, if you had a road in Georgia, you would want a different composition of asphalt for a road around here because it's going to get a lot colder. If you had a road, an asphalt that was made for Georgia, it would probably crumble to pieces around here because it doesn't get near as hot and the cold differences. So they can test that with a device in there. What it does is you take a sample and it spins it. And as it spins it, you know, at different temperatures it'll tell the viscosity because the viscosity is a resistance to flow, a measurement for that. So they can get analysis on computers and it'll show sinusoidal waves and they can get all kinds of information off of it. That's the big piece of equipment that they got in there. In the lab down there, their neatest experiment is a quicksand experiment where they can demonstrate how quicksand
Hey, that
works.
is really cool, too, because they put a little car in there. It is really cool.
Yeah, it's the tank with all the lines coming in.
You see that tank right there?
It's quicksand in there?
No, it's just sand.
Oh.
And the principle of quicksand is
You need help.
it's not really a solid, it's a liquid. It's just the sand suspended in a liquid, so it just falls right down. So if they fill the thing full of water,
There you are, sir.
it just, you know, the water will sit on top, and they have a Corvette. I think it's kind of funny. They take the Corvette, and they sit it down, and it just sits there on top. But if they take the water, and you see the hoses going into the side, well, if they take water and inject it into the bottom, and it comes up, it floats the sand. So now it's a solution, and the Corvette just falls right to the bottom because it's suspending the flow of the water coming up is suspending the sand in the air, I mean in the water. So it's just a solution, and it just goes right down, and that's the principle of quicksand.
That's cool. I was almost killed with some quicksand once. Doing a first job, and I started to sink. Fortunately, I had a man with me that said, "Give me your hand because I can't make it," and we got out. So.
Well, that's good. We're lucky to have you here.
We sure are.
You didn't tell me that story, Dad.
And you're lucky too.
Is that the environmental lab? The water flow and that type of thing? I think it is.
The environmental lab over here. This is hydraulics. What they do here with the big pieces of plexiglass is, you've ever seen the water that they take a column of water and they turn it, and they'll actually get water to where it looks like it's going upstream? That's what they do in there. And they actually have to go across like a little dam in there, which is what the experiment's for, is to show what can happen upon releasing water into a dam, things like that. Not too exciting if you don't have any water inside of it actually going on. It's just a big plexiglass apparatus.
Some of us refer to hydraulics as a very inexact science.
Yeah. And they make, every spring they have a concrete canoe race.
Yeah, concrete boat that they...
I think I've seen that on TV.
Yeah, they can actually float a concrete, as long as it's buoyant, you know, it's all about buoyancy, how much water displaces. Yeah.
Wow.
And there's some pictures of it inside this building, inside this room.
Yeah, that's all
We haven't had much luck lately. But there's some pictures in there. Now where? Well, I think Dave's ready.
Do we go to Best Hall?
Yeah, well, there's stuff going on over there, and it's just, I never take them in there.
Probably on average in our department in chemical engineering, it's 43 to 46, you know, but some of our best students are getting 49, 48, plus a car, plus, you know, computer, plus cell phone. You know, think about how hard you guys worked. I know, I didn't start at $40,000 by a long stretch either.
You don't have a car or a cell phone.
No, I want one. I don't know what you can do about that. Well, let me show you just a couple of the pages that we use. You may be familiar with these in the weather class. I'm going to go down here to Netscape Communicator, and all the computers should have that on it. I'm going to double click to pull that up.
Netscape Navigator?
Netscape Navigator will work. Netscape Communicator is just a later version.
Okay.
All right, and it pops up to the home page. We'll be back here. Okay? The first place that I want to go is IntelliCast. It's spelled INTELLICAST. IntelliCast. It's got to be .com. www.intellicast.com. Hit return.
That's where he's going. You're doing it right. And then IntelliCast.com.
IntelliCast.com. So this is basically NBC's weather information. And it really is kind of my favorite. It's phenomenal. The information that is available to our students here in Angola, you know, nowhere special, I don't mean anything by that, but you know what I mean. Here in Angola, on the internet, that was not available even in the early to mid 80s when I was studying meteorology. That information is just truly, truly phenomenal. Let me go to local weather. If you click in the upper right-hand corner on local weather, then I want to go to United States. Okay, we'll get down.
Did you go to U.S. forecast?
Yeah, that should work. I actually went to the United States over on the left-hand side.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
That's true in Alaska and Hawaii.
Yeah. Some advertising on here that you just kind of have to deal with.
This thing's asking me for a zip code.
Go ahead and give it
What's your local zip code? I don't.
46703.
46703.
703. Okay, and then just click on go. That's a little different than what I've got.
Okay. Let's see, it came up as net center instead of.
Oh,
I don't
okay.
even know how to turn them on.
Let me go here.
It's warmer in Chicago than it is in Miami. Must be having
Oh, look at that.
Must be having a thunderstorm in
Telecast
Miami.
over there.
Yeah.
Yeah, every day. What do you think?
Warmer in Atlanta too than it is, or Chicago than Atlanta.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
And then once you get there.
That's right, in the afternoon you do have thunderstorms just about every day. in the
Yeah,
summer.
and this means it's working.
Yep. Yep.
So,
I use Netscape at home.
okay. We'll go to the Midwest. I know my way around.
More here lunch.
Midwest, we're ultimately going to wind up at Fort Wayne. So if you keep honing in, there actually is a new automated weather observation station out at the Steuben County Airport. And so I can dial that up on the phone and get some of the latest, greatest weather data for use both in the weather class and in my chemical engineering coursework. If I click on Indiana, we'll get everybody there. Brian, if you could just give folks a hand getting there.
Yeah, that's
We'll go to Fort Wayne. So this is pretty amazing. You know, I know the Weather Channel is on TV and you can get weather anytime you want there. But right at my fingertips upstairs in my office, and all the faculty have computers that allow them to do this, I can get a quick look at what the conditions are. Outside, partly cloudy, temperature is 87, humidity, what the winds are. And let's see if we can take a look at what it's going to be. Looks like mid to upper 80s for the next several days. So we're in the throes of it, right? That's a good place to start, and it's nice information. But what I really want to show you is actually the United States weather information that we can get. So I'll click back to the United States. I want to go to back to the United States. I want to go to surface maps.
All right, you want to go ahead and track, just like, where do you say go to the United States?
Yeah, the United States and surface maps.
Click back. Click on the back button right there.
So at my fingertips now, I have a real-time weather map. This is what we've got going on out there. that then I can explain to the students. And not only can I explain it to the students, but I can say, okay, tomorrow you guys can go out and get this same map and you explain it to me, right? You explain it to me. You tell me what's going on. That's right. What it's going to be tomorrow, or tomorrow we take a look at it. What's the forecast going to be?
Where'd you go to from the United States?
To surface maps. Surface.
Is that the same as surface analysis?
Yes. Yep.
Okay.
Yep. You've got the
All right.
same thing.
Okay,
Yep. Okay. There are several layers in the atmosphere, right? The atmosphere is actually fairly thin. If we think of its mass, half of it is within about 3 to 4 miles of the surface. It's not very thick. You know, where all the weather happens is not very thick. Maybe 10 to 12 miles is really all. But we can take a look at all those cross sections. So if I go up top now, let's go up top, the top of this page. I want to look at upper level maps. Okay?
Okay.
And this is the jet stream.
Right.
Okay? So winds that kind of drag our weather along with it. And take a look where all the weather is getting dragged to. That's why it's going to be so nice here for the next few days. All the action is up in Canada. Okay, all the action is up in Canada. Yeah, it's just
That's
amazing.
actually a stream, a river of air that...
A river of air. Think of the air as a fluid, just like water is a fluid. Hopefully you all are familiar with the Gulf Stream that runs along the east coast of Florida. You can think of the jet stream as something like that, right? Sometimes, okay, this is probably, as I mentioned, probably 10 to 12 miles up in the atmosphere, but it's dragging our weather along with it.
What speeds?
200 to 300 miles per hour.
You know what the Gulf Stream is?
Yeah.
About 2.5.
I know, different fluid. But you can see, you know, in World War II, and even commercial jets now want to stay away from this when they're flying east to west. But when you're flying from California to New York, oh, you want to hop right in it and catch a ride, right?
Yep.
And that's why one of the strongest sections of the jet stream is actually out here over the Pacific. And that's why when we were fighting World War II, the Japanese threat was so real. They could get here a lot more quickly than we could get there. And we were just learning about the jet stream about that time. We were just beginning to understand that. Let me see if there's
What's the elevation?
elevation. Probably 10 to 12 miles up in the air. But you know, occasionally we'll have really strong surface winds. Anybody from the Midwest or close by, about 2 weeks ago, we had that week of windy weather and gray and cold, right? The jet stream doesn't always stay up here at 10 or 12 miles. Sometimes it'll dip down. And, you know, I mentioned 200-mile-an-hour winds. Well, that's right at the center, right? And then there are weaker winds surrounding that, weaker winds surrounding that, and that. And occasionally, it will dip down far enough that we actually get into the very bottom winds. Sometimes when we get a day where the winds blow 20 to 30 miles an hour all day long and it just doesn't stop. Oftentimes that's what's going on. Oftentimes that's what's going on. Now, I'll cut to the chase here because I want to, don't know why that happened. Try to cancel out of that. If you go to home on the Netscape bar, it'll bring you back here to Tri-State University. Okay? This page is used for a number of reasons. Probably primarily to advise prospective students as to what we have here to offer. What's that?
These aren't gonna go to that page, some of them will go to that page, and some of them.
Can you put in www.tristate.edu? Oh, that's
Here-
right.
Here on the top, where it says HTTP.
Yeah, go. You know where to go.
Oh, yeah.
www, and then the HTTP, and then the colon, and then back, 2 backslashes, and then www.tristate.edu. So right up here.
Okay.
Okay.
Our students should watch
We do a couple of things. For our engineering students, we say that if they want to bring in their own computer when they're a sophomore or junior, they can do that. Freshmen and sophomores really don't need to bring a computer. We have several nice computer labs over in Best Hall. This, as I mentioned, is the Chemical Engineering Student Lounge and Computer Area. We have 8 computers. We replace them every 3 years, so we're always current. We keep the latest software on here, so we're up to date. With a department of 60 students, we've not found a problem, you know, in too few computers for too many students. The students have 24-hour access to this lab via a key policy, so we treat our students kind of special. And I don't know if you folks saw this coming in.
Yes.
This is a futon. That occasionally gets used kind of toward the end of the semester. We hope not too often. You know, we don't want to beat our students too hard. But we have that available for them. Anyway, this page, actually I think they brought it in themselves. This page is the Tri-State University homepage. A lot of information on each of the departments. I'll click on engineering and then chemical engineering. Each of the departments has their own page. This is our ChemE homepage with a picture of our faculty, myself, Brian, Deb Strong, you may have seen her upstairs. This is actually Dr. McKetta, Majid Salim, and John Wagner. We have a lot of fun in our department, and I think you can see that. But a lot of things to check out. Among those, an alumni newsletter. So once a year, our department wants to keep folks kind of up to date. So we have this kind of stuff available, as do the other departments. Okay, I'll back up out of that. Another place to go to check out what's happening at TSU is a calendar, quick links, but I want to go to the faculty homepage. And in particular, I wanted to put this on my homepage. Each of us, well not each of us, several of the faculty have homepages now. Here's mine, we won't go there. We're actually going to go to Dr. Samuelson's. Mine is being updated. It's fine as it is, but we want to do some other things. Dr. Samuelson and Dr. Tyler, electrical engineering and civil engineering, both deep down inside want to be meteorologists, okay? They love meteorology. They're weather nuts, right? But I'm the one who teaches them, okay? But I really have a lot of fun with these guys, and I can't believe they didn't start teaching it before I did. If we click on Dr. Samuelson's site, his favorite hobby is the weather. See that? Favorite hobby is the weather, so we'll click there. Okay. Then if we go down, he's got some really nifty surface maps, some polar maps viewing the Earth looking down either from the North Pole or the South Pole. I want to go here to predictive maps. As I mentioned, the atmosphere is split into several layers. The bottom layer, the surface of the Earth, at sea level, is 1,000 millibars. If we look at the 850 millibar height, we can get some idea of what temperature is going to do over the next several days. If we look at the 500 millibar height, I talked about the jet stream, that's kind of where our weather is going to come from. So let's just click on this 850 millibar height. Let's see what the temperatures are going to be for the next 10 days. I'm going to go way out on a limb. I'm going to give you guys a forecast. Okay? I caught a lot of grief. I should back up. My undergraduate training is in meteorology at the University of Michigan. I went on to get a master's in air pollution meteorology, so looking at stack emissions. Worked a couple of years as an environmental consultant in the Ann Arbor area. Decided I really wanted to teach. That's where it was at for me. I had always wanted to go on and get my PhD. And so I returned to school. I was fortunate to take a project I was working on with my employer to Wayne State University, and then spent about 5 years wrapping that all up. So I graduated from Wayne State in 1996. But I have a background in meteorology, got out of it because I caught too much grief, but I'm going to go out on a limb here. All right? Each of these panels, this is 2 days out, 3 days out, 4 days out, is our weather, our temperature for the next 10 days. Now, something happened here, okay? Every once in a while that'll happen on the model run. I'm not sure why. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now what we can do is put each of these individual panels into motion by clicking on loop. Okay, let's look up here. We're going to let it loop through and then we'll start again. Okay, here's day 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now let's watch what happens. This is the desert Southwest, and so these are the hottest temperatures. This purple color, okay, oranges are kind of hot. Yellows are probably upper 70s, okay? The blues and the greens are much cooler, okay? So here's the start. Pretty warm temperatures over the next few days, oranges. Then we have a green blob move through. So what I'm here to tell you is for the next probably 4 or 5 days, we're going to have temperatures 85 to 90. Okay, then a cold front will come through for about 2 or 3 days, maybe 2 days. I'm optimistic. I'm going on vacation when we're done. And then it looks like it'll warm up again for the end of this 10-day period. This is known as the medium range forecasting model that the National Weather Service runs, and it is amazingly accurate. You know, it's not perfect 9 or 10 days out, but you mark my word, in 5 days, we will have a cold front pass through. Okay, especially this time of year, in summer or winter. Spring and fall are a little tougher to predict, but it is just amazingly accurate. Okay, I'll back out of this. I promised Brian, Brian promised me that we could do a couple of demos, and then we'll finish. We'll wrap up, and then I'd be happy to answer some more questions. Do the other one first.
The other one first?
Yeah, do the other one first.
And I say something.
Oh, yeah, well, I don't know. It hasn't failed us yet. Okay? This is one of the experiments or demonstrations that we do both in the weather class and in my intro to, yeah, that's right, to hold it over their book or their notes, you know. Well, you know, what is that, about 1.5 gallons or 2 gallons of water in there?
Mm-hmm.
Can anybody tell me why that water isn't falling out of the jug?
Because you got a vacuum at the top of it.
You have a vacuum in the top of it. Okay. There's nothing really sucking it in, per se. No, there's nothing really sucking it. You notice we do have a cap on it, so that has something to do with it.
It's not sealed though. It's just on.
Yes, it is. It's sealed by itself.
No, it's not held on with
It's
anything.
a Pringles can.
It's a Pringles lid.
It's Pringles.
Yeah.
There's no force pushing it out, is there?
Well, there is some, but not enough.
Yeah.
Okay? There is some, but not enough. And, yeah, it's heavy. At the surface of the Earth, there's about 14 pounds per square inch, right? Atmospheric pressure. But we don't notice it. We don't feel it. We live in it. We were born in it, right? It's pushing down on me. It's pushing, that's my side, right? And when I have this covered, I have a column of water that's maybe 1.5 inches in diameter. And what would you call that? About 16 inches tall. So in that column of water, I've got a force going down. If a gallon of water weighs about 8 pounds, what I have in here maybe, top end 10 pounds. You know, but actually just what's over that column. So maybe half of a gallon to a gallon, 4 to 8 pounds of pressure pushing down, and outside the atmosphere is pushing up with 14. Well, that's news to some of the students, right? In particular, now I'll have some fun here. Some of the business students and arts and science students who take the weather course. I don't teach weather to the engineers. Hey. I forgot. Sorry, I forgot who's in the audience. The other one's kind of fun, and this one really will push you guys, I think. This one really will push you guys. I want, Marianne, I want you to come up here real close because I want you to take a look at some of what's going on here.
Close to what he's doing?
Yeah, it won't explode or do anything. Don't worry about that.
You sure of
I don't
that?
want to be in anybody's way.
All right.
Watch the water level.
Okay, watch the water level as he seals that up. Okay?
Oh my goodness.
Well, let's wait till the candle goes out, right? The water level's consistent. Now what's happening? What's happening inside there? Yeah, the
Yes,
water's
it's
coming
coming
up.
up inside the cylinder.
Yeah, the water's coming up. Okay, and now it's really coming up, right?
Yeah.
Well, right up to just about the top of the candle.
And you can actually look to where we started. I started 500. Right now it's right around 420. So that means we changed 120 milliliters.
Out of 500.
Yeah.
So let's keep track of that. 120 out of 500. Okay.
That's amazing.
Well, what happened there? What happened there? Anybody want to venture a guess? Don't be shy.
The oxygen into carbon dioxide.
Okay, turn the oxygen into carbon dioxide. Yes.
As it cools, it lowers the pressure.
As it cools, it what?
Lowers the pressure inside.
Burned up the oxygen.
Yeah, yes.
Yeah.
What we have in any combustion process is some fuel,
Yeah.
in this case the candle,
Yeah.
plus oxygen gives us what?
Yeah.
What's it give us?
Water.
Carbon.
Water.
Yeah.
And somebody else, I think, said carbon dioxide,
Yeah.
right? Carbon dioxide and water. Well, we used up the oxygen, right?
Yeah.
And that's really what this is a demonstration of, is partial pressure, right? The oxygen, we actually have oxygen and nitrogen in there. The oxygen takes up 20% of the volume, the nitrogen takes up 80. Okay? And what we did was to consume this. 120 over 500 is about 20%.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Yeah. Okay.
Well, that's fine and dandy. But what happened, this is a gas, this is a gas. What happened to those two species? What
Combined.
happened to the carbon dioxide and water? Why didn't they simply replace the volume that was taken up by the oxygen?
H2CO3.
No? No?
No? Didn't come that way?
No? Somebody mentioned that it cooled down, right?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, it cooled down. So this water
Condensed.
condensed out.
Yeah.
That water condensed out, so you got that. What happened to the carbon dioxide? We basically made a carbonated drink.
Drink. Okay. Yeah.
And
Oh,
not
okay.
that much carbonation, right? But water really likes carbon dioxide.
Yeah.
Okay, it has a high affinity for carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide wants to be in that water. And by gosh, that's where it goes. Okay? So this is a wonderful demonstration for our students of partial pressure.
Yeah.
And you know what? I can lecture until I'm blue in the face. I can ask them to read a textbook until they're blue in the face, okay? But oftentimes seeing something like this goes a long way toward developing that kind of natural instinct that it takes to be an engineer. So, I've come a long way. I don't know. This is something the students put on the computer near finals time. I don't know if you've...
Yeah, almost home free, yeah.
So they've kept it clean. You know, they're good students. So weather and engineering, well, where do we use, or where do we see those two fields overlap? As I mentioned, my background is in air pollution, and so I teach 2 courses in that field, one of which is air dispersion modeling, right? If I have emissions from a stack and the wind's out of the southwest, is it going to make it to Robin's house? Okay? Tracking where that pollution goes. And if it gets there, will it cause any problem? Okay, so that's one way that we use it. Another way is accidental gas releases. What happens if a vessel containing methylene ruptures, right? Where would that go? In electrical, I think weather and engineering overlap in power generation. Certainly to heat in the winter and to cool in the summer, you got to really crank those power plants up. I've seen that in the Detroit metropolitan area. In the summer, when do they use most electricity? It's in the summer, trying to cool places down. And again, with respect to computers, on a really hot day, you got to keep the computers cool or they don't operate properly, and that's so important. Civil engineering, the example that I could come up with was building a bridge, like the Mackinac Bridge, and getting that to withstand the wind. The flashes there, I'm sure many of you are familiar with the Tacoma Narrows disaster out in the state of Washington, where that bridge, basically the wind hit the right frequency. Yeah.
Oh, I remember.
That's right, that's right. And in mechanical, you can imagine building skyscrapers as well out of girders. But if you all have some thoughts or ideas as to how weather and engineering overlap, I'd love to hear them. Those were the ones that kind of popped to my mind right away. You can see that we're able to do a lot of things. I was able to integrate a lot of the demonstrations from my weather and climate course into chemical engineering, and just had a lot of fun. I love being here as an instructor, and look forward to many, many years. I'll take questions. Any more questions that you folks might have? We're right at about 4 o'clock. I don't want to take you too long. I'd be happy to show you any more specifics around the building or around campus.
What is the name of that big fish?
Oh, it's called an Erlenmeyer flask. And it's a particularly big Erlenmeyer flask. Usually, they stand about this tall and hold about 200 or 500 mils. That's a nice flask.
It doesn't look near as impressive, the little thing, as it does the...
You know, you can do that experiment if you want to impress your friends now. You do it at home with a champagne glass. Okay? But again, what's that? A glass of water will work as well. Sure. And that's what they suggest. In fact, when we do that demonstration, you're supposed to do it with a little glass, right? And then you do it with the big glass, because people believe you might be able to, do it with a glass of water, but to do it with something that size is really quite impressive. And then again, when you hold it over the homework. Environment. Oftentimes, really, you'll have to be careful because it might basically overheat and then just die on you. If it's on and it's particularly hot outside or hot in your upstairs, I would encourage you to get a fan on it, get it downstairs. I know the upstairs of our house is certainly hotter than the downstairs. The National Weather Service, here's my good story with computers and keeping them cool. National Weather Service spends all kinds of money and funding to keep those computers air conditioned, cool, fans on them. Do you think they do that well where the people sit that actually do the weather forecasting? No, they're not concerned about them. Still live, right? But if it gets too hot, the computer, the hard drive fry, what is it? I know that they
Magical puff of smoke.
Yeah, so.
What would consider too hot?
Oh, I think on a day where it would be 90, I would really be leery 90 or 95, you know. Probably wouldn't have problems when it's 80. Probably not. You know, I don't want you to go back and touch your computer and let's say you said, you know what I mean. Try to get it somewhere where it's cool, get a fan on it. Make sure that the fan that's in the back of the unit is working, right? Sometimes that'll go out, and that's just the death knell. If that isn't turning, if that isn't operating properly. What it does, for you folks who are electrical, you can probably understand this more than I, but you know, there's electricity and current flowing through there all the time, and if it's cool, it can do it just fine, and if it gets too hot, yeah.
As heat goes up, the resistance go down. So
Right.
it, like overflow it, fry it.
Yeah, basically if you want to say that louder.
Yeah, as
I got it.
temperature goes up, resistance goes down, so it allows for more flow, so it might overflow, like opening a dam for a stream or something.
Right, more flow than it can handle.
Yeah.
Yeah. Brian's actually just finished a physics course as part of his curriculum, so that's a little closer to him than it is to me right now. Anyway, any other questions or thoughts?
Are you still taking pictures?
Yes.
Straight into the sun. I'm not going to like this a little bit. But anyway, this is the motel. It's pretty nice, and the battery's also telling me that it's running out. So pretty quickly I'm going to have to shut this thing off. Take it in and put it on charge. This is a good-sized motel. This is the Holiday Inn Angola Inn. And Marianne's eating. Phil is feeding her face. And that's the Nobles and the Thompsons. And I'll just get a general view of the rest of the place. We're in the clubhouse at the golf course. And there's staff, and there's a lot of 49 people, and there's a few 39s, and some old goats, and then some of the staff people. And there's John. Shooting back into the kitchen or into the serving area. The girl there is watching me. There's that girl clear down there. Oh, they're bringing dessert around now. I can see them in the viewfinder.
Then the kids left home.
Okay. Okay, I think that's enough for right now.
How about tomorrow?
Well, tomorrow I'm gonna go play golf, and I'll be operating out of the same place, and then we'll go do some other looking around and picnic and everything. John, how come you keep getting in the picture? No, I don't mind. Okay, I think that's enough of this for right now. Thank you. Bye. TSU.
Now, what are we going to be coming?
Well, I'll tell you when we're coming up to.
Well, tell me when to start filming and what it is I'm filming. And then I'll push the button and just gonna get down to street level.
Sorry.
That's all right, but there's no way I can hold it steady.
No, I know it.
When
Oh, that's a big house. Radio antenna and a tower up the back. Now, it should be coming up. And it will be over here, that house and the next house.
okay, let me do the intro.
Okay. Does it say pause? Are there arrows running across?
No, they're not. So I wait until we get in that deal. And now I think I've turned it off. If not, why, Dick will remedy this.
Okay.
See, I'm getting too much of the internal part of the car.
Oh, okay. Well, let me go around the block here.
Because I want to be sure that we get this. So just
You
park
got the
it.
other house. You got the other.
I think
part
I
of the
think
house
I
okay.
did. I think I did. Of where you live.
Oh, look at this house.
Yeah.
Whee! How about look at that garage door back there? Hell, that's all the same.
That's all that is. That's at least 2 lots, possibly 3.
Oh yeah, maybe more than that. This is a highway, so we gotta go up a block. and back.
Now the arrow's there, so it's still on.
Yes,
Let me.
might shut it off. Now this is Ma Hoagland's boarding house. It was Ma and Bill did the cooking and everything, and I worked for them for about 1.5 years. And it's changed quite a bit since then, but the big front door you went in is where everybody went in that was coming to eat, and the dining room was to the left of that door and the living room to the right. And when the table was full with people eating, then anybody else sat down in the living room to wait their turn. And I washed dishes, waited table, helped cook a little bit, not very much. And what we did was we worked and got our meals for free. So that made it halfway decent for us. So I think that's enough of that. That's the explanation for that.
Say where you live then.
Oh, I live down the street at 416. We should have some pictures on here of that. So I only had to walk about 3/4 of a block to go to work, and then another 1.5 blocks to go to school. So it was real convenient.
Say it was good, I just said it was fast. Now from the bottom of the top in slow motion, check this out. It's like, I could really do it, isn't that something? Look, I'll tell you what, you can help me. Save it for the end. This is what we call mystery. The silver ring. That's the finish right there. You know, you were great. Hey, thank you very much. Let's hear it for Pat, would you? Take your M&Ms with you. All right. Those are the right ones. All right. Okay, now, I want to tell you, I collect bumper stickers, and I like traveling around because when I do this, I see different bumper stickers. And when I was a student, this is the one that I had on my car. It's how I met my wife. I had this one on my car. If you're rich, I'm single. Yeah. See that one? And she had this one on her car. If you're single, I'm not surprised. Now, this is a real popular one in Fort Wayne where I live now. I break for garage sales. Well, this is even more popular in Fort Wayne. I break in through your garage. And then there's this one. I have this one on our car. You know, we're out spending our children's inheritance. And that worried me a little bit because I came home and my 16-year-old had this one in his car. We're home trashing our parents' house. So, needless to say, I got rid of that fast. All right. Now I need to borrow that $100 bill. Anybody at all? How about I'll tell you what, gentleman there with a cranberry jacket on. Do you have your wallet with you? Yes. Reach into your wallet. This is amazing. You know, when I was going through the crowd, take your wallet out. And you won't believe this, but when you open it up, right there where your driver's license is, you'll find a $100 bill. Okay? Should be right there. Now, no? But you have your wallet, though? Yeah, well, that's all right. That's all I need, really. Help me out here a little bit. What's your name? Dick, let me borrow your wallet, if you don't mind. It's okay. I'm a magician. Oh, no, don't play cat and mouse with me. You mind if I go through it? I know what I'm looking for. Okay. Oh, okay, great. Well, this has been a tough year for you then, hasn't it? Well, you're not doing too bad. You got a 50 here. You mind if I borrow it? I'll give it back. Okay, and take your wallet too. You can have that right now. Here's what I want you to do. Dick, take this pen and the $50 bill. Take my pen. Write your initials real big right across the face of that $50 bill for me, if you would. Now, a lot of people worry when I ask them to do that. It's no big deal, because it's not my 50. Thank you very much. All right, then. Now, let me point out to everybody. Thank you, Dick. Let's point out to everybody what's been done here. Got a $50 bill with these initials on it. Everybody see that? See that? You know what that is? That's a felony. Let's hear it for Dick. All right, Dick. Thank you for loaning me this $50 bill and breaking the law for everybody's entertainment tonight. Now, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to fold this up. This is great because this is the part of the show where we find out just how good your sense of humor really is. And the bigger the bill, the funnier this trick is. Now, anybody got a lighter? I'm just kidding. Because I got a lighter. Okay, here's what we're going to do. Now, I'm going to teach you something about this, Dick. If you hold your money up to a light source, you can tell if it's counterfeit or not. And this is how you do it. Okay, I can't reach. We'll use the light. All right, you just hold it up there like this, okay? Or as we call this in Indiana, Hoosier gas grill, okay? Watch this. Whoa, did you see that? You know what that means, Dick? That was a real one. Congratulations, Dick. Now, I don't suppose you found that very entertaining, did you? What? Don't worry. Because now I got a real neat card trick I want to show you. Yeah, well, it gets better. All right. Now, here's what I'm going to do, Dick. I've got a little piece of tissue paper here. Now, I'm going to take the ashes from your $50 bill, and I'm going to sprinkle the ashes of that 20 down inside this paper, and when we're done, I will magically restore your $5 bill good as new, Dick, okay? Now, come Monday, you take that down to the bank, tell them what happened, tell them you're here for your refund. They'll get get you some help.
With a padded
I'll get
wagon?
it for you. Don't worry, Dick, okay? Don't worry about it. I'm going to melt this back into your 50. Watch, this is an amazing thing. I got to get out of the way of the here we go, watch. These are the tricks, guys. I don't tap dance up here now. All right, now, Dick, now, this is the big finish, so don't group it up. I'm full to tell everybody here, real loud, what denomination is that bill?
$1.
Let me see it. Oh, that is a 1. Bummer. That was a joke. I'm not going to leave you like that, okay? So if you got 100? Just ran out. That's all right. I'm going to make it up to you. Dick, got a bag of fruit here. I used to be a Shriner, all right? Now, here's what I want you to do. Using your best judgment, Dick, how many lemons would you say are in this bag? Just using your very best judgment. Can you see?
4.
4? That's absolutely right. Excellent. That's good judgment. Much better than when you gave me that 50. But take out your wallet again. I'm going to cut this bag open. Now, you will find that the very first bill in that huge wad of bills you have in there, by the way, if anybody wants some money, Dick is the guy to see tonight. Just, the very first bill will be your $50 bill with the writing intact. So go ahead, just open it up, take it right out there, and tell everybody that it's in there. Is it there? Is it in there, Dick?
No.
No? That would have been really good, though, huh? Well, now I got some juggling I want to show you. Don't go anywhere. I have a feeling you won't. Okay, watch this. You might want to run the video camera on this. One hand juggling, right hand, one hand. Here we go. There we go. Now, watch. Now, a very skillful juggler can actually look away. Left hand behind my back. It's better than the money trick, though, don't you think? Dave, help me out. Right hand or left hand? Left hand, all right. Take this one here, okay. And you hold on to that one. And Dick, if you come right on up here, I'd like to have you help me out with this next thing. Give him a big round of applause, will you? Right here in front of the table, turn around and face everybody. You've been a good sport. I appreciate that. But if you change your mind, I have this knife here. Point to a lemon. Take it. I'm going to give you a chance to get your money back, Dick. Here's how this works. We're going to cut our lemons open. If you can eat yours without getting tears in your eyes, you'll get your 50 back. Provided we can get somebody out here to donate another one. Okay? I'll go first. It may take me a second to cut through this because this is an imported lemon from Kroger. And up there. Excellent. Now, check that. Oh, look at that. Hold it up real high so everybody can see. Tell everybody what that is there, Dick. What is that? Is it money?
Looks like it.
Okay, now look. Don't.
Is that another $1 bill?
What? What do you care at this point? Hold on. Let me have this lemon, all right? Put this over here. Now let me have the money. It's not going to leave you silent. You're right here. Keep your eye on it. Let me have this one. Now I got to cut. No, I can't. Hold your fingers up like this. This looks like a science project right now. Now, as long as you keep those in your fingers like that, you won't catch cold. You know why? Nobody will talk to you. Take this. Dry your hands off. Take the lemons off your fingers, all right? Unless you like it, you can do that too. All right, now, we've got a bill that ended up in a lemon, actually, one you picked. Now, let's just review here. You loaned me a $50 bill. Is that right? We made it disappear. And we opened up the lemon, and now inside that lemon, well, it's soggy, but don't look at it as soggy. Think of it as lemon fresh in this case, all right? This is a $50 bill. Now, wouldn't it be a good trick if it was a $50 bill you loaned me?
Yes.
Good choice. Watch this. Open that up. Now that has some writing on it. Is that the one you gave me?
No.
magician now. No, now tell the truth. Is that the one you gave me?
That is the one, yes.
What are those initials, by the way?
R-A-C.
For a minute, I thought it was BS. I really did. But that's the one you gave me?
Yes.
Thank you. All right. Let's hear it. Hold on, Dick. Hold on. Hold out your hand. Here's a little M&M for you, too. You're a good sport. I like you. Don't go away, all right? I got something.
I don't think he will.
We'll take just a short moment here to do something that requires no help from anybody. In this bag, I have a bottle of Heinz ketchup. All right, now, the ketchup will go down inside the bag. And this is one of my favorite tricks. I wave my hands over 1, 2, 3 times, say the magic words, Shazbot, and when I reach inside, I have mustard. I'll do it again. The mustard will go down inside the bag. I'll wave my hands over 1, 2, 3 times, say the magic words, Shazbot, and once again, I have ketchup. Don't try to kiss up to me now. Because I can tell you didn't mean it. So I'm going to do it one more time. Well, actually, I'll do it again. And again, and again, until you like it. 1, 2, 3. Shazbot. Well, I can see you're not too impressed.
Right.
So let's just forget the whole thing, shall we? Now, if you wonder how quickly things can disappear, just check with Dick after the show. But don't go anywhere, Dick. All right, now, here's what we're going to do. I want to borrow somebody for this next illusion, and I kind of went through the audience, and I was just kind of auditioning people. You didn't know it or not, but you did a wonderful job. Would you assist me in this next thing?
If I can.
Well, you can. You have a seat right there. Give her a big round of applause. Right? All right, absolutely not. Because I got all
No more than
down on
anybody
Dick.
else.
So it's just great. But I want to show you a little something here before we get warmed up, though. That's what we call a waterfall shuffle. Mary Ann, say go.
Go. Pocket. No pictures.
That's all right. Let me finish. Tell you what. No, never mind. All right. No, actually, Mary Ann, where are you from? What state are you from?
From Illinois.
From Illinois? Me too.
You, really?
Yeah. What year did you graduate?
From where? I graduated twice. Once from high school in the year of 45 and once from nurses training in the year of 48.
Really?
Yes.
Me too. No. I'm a liar, remember? Okay, now a lot of people say, what can he do with an ordinary deck of cards? The answer is this. Okay, thanks. All right, now. Would you like to see a rope trick now?
No, thank you.
Okay, good. Here's what we're going to do, Mary Ann. I'm not going to name your card. Gentleman right there, you will do what I need you to do. I'm sure you will. You'll be perfect for this. You know who that is? You know his first
He
name?
has a very nice speaking voice.
Yes, you know who he is?
He's Ed.
For your next party or something like that? What's your first name again?
Eddie.
Is that true?
Yeah.
Eddie, that's Eddie. That's the world's greatest mind reader. He's endorsed by the Shirley MacLaine Psychic Hotline. So, yes, absolutely. Now, I'm not going to name your card. Eddie is. Okay? So here's what I want you to do. Eddie, turn your head to the side. Don't peek. And Mary Ann, I'm going to ask you to just tell me to stop anytime you want. And you'll be the only one that can see the card. Anytime you want. Sometime today, though.
Right.
Oh, all right.
Go through again.
Go
Tell me
through
what.
it again.
Anytime.
Okay.
There. Take a look at that card. You see it? Memorize it. Don't forget what it is, okay? If you do, we're going to look silly. Eddie, turn around. Now, here's what I want you to do, Mary Ann. Hold those cards so Eddie can see the faces. Like that. Use both hands if you would. Now, he's going to name it, all right? Now, if he gets it, I want you to say, bingo, all right? Eddie, I'm counting on you. When the card pops into your mind, you just yell it right out. First card that pops into your mind.
Ace of spades.
Is that right? You didn't get it right. You tell jokes better than you do magic tricks, you know that is? I want you to really concentrate, though, all right? Now, I know that sounds crazy, but I know you can do it. Tell her what it is.
Hey, Marianne, look at his forehead.
The cards are not marked right there, are they, Marianne? Right? They're not? Go ahead, take it right out. But you didn't see this happen anywhere, did you, Marianne? Did you see that happen anywhere? No? Okay.
I'm slow.
Yes.
It's amazing that he was able to get that, because my back was turned the whole time. I'll tell you, Marianne, is it? Now, I hope you don't feel silly. Just think how ridiculous I feel wearing it on my forehead. But look, I've got some bigger cards, all right? Now, this is an ordinary deck of cards. You know how I know that? Because it says here, completely ordinary deck. All right? Now, we're going to do one more little thing here, all right? Now, I've got some cards here. These are red back cards. And, Marianne, this is going to be our prediction card, all right? Everybody take a good look at that card, but don't tell Marianne what it is just yet, all right? Okay, everybody see that? You take a good look at it, all right? Just peek at it. Don't tell anybody what it is. Okay. Okay. Don't forget what it is. Got it? Don't forget. Don't tell me what it is. All right, now, we're going to use another deck of cards. Now, you're going to select a card from this deck right here. If I can get them out of here. And the cards are going to match. This is going to be amazing. Now, the reason this is so amazing is I have no way of knowing what card you will want to select tonight. Okay? Now, they don't have any faith in you, but I know you can do it. So anytime you want, Marianne, you just tell me to stop, and when you do, the cards will match. Anytime you want. Anytime at all.
Stop.
This one. That one right there. All right. All right, here's what we're going to do. I will take this one. Hold it here close to myself. All right, now, I am so sure that you're going to get this right, that if you don't, if she doesn't get it right, you win $50 bill tonight. All right?
That wouldn't be fair.
Oh, that's all right. It's a little late for it now. All right, now, Marianne, first time, name the card out loud.
The queen of... I don't know if it's spades or clubs. I don't play cards much.
Something tells me you're telling the truth right now. You don't play cards much.
No, I don't.
What was it really?
It was the queen of...
No, it wasn't. Four hearts. Wasn't it?
That was the trick before.
Well, whatever it is, it just ain't your night tonight, is it? This lady knows a lot more than you think she does. What's the queen of spades, you say? Queen of hearts?
Yes, spades is the thicker one.
Wow, well, that's like a little book. Does it look like this?
Oh, yes. I'd like to introduce you to my pet raccoon now. Anybody here like animals? Come on, Billy. I don't.
Come on. All right. Here we go. This is my pet raccoon, Ricky. Ricky's a mind-reading raccoon. Actually, he's trained. He can actually have. Ricky, come here. All right, Ricky. What's 1 and 1, Ricky? He hates the high numbers. He does tricks too. Do a little trick here. Stay, Ricky. Good boy. Roll over. Good boy. Play dead. Good boy. Does impersonations too. Listen, like I said, we don't use live animals in the budget show. So. All right, now, I don't know if any of you have ever seen one of these before. All right, now, is Eddie, have you ever seen one of these before?
Never.
Good, you're healthy, all right? Now, this is an imaginary deck of cards, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to toss it out to somebody who knows one card from another, and I was asked to use somebody tonight. Let me see. I believe it was, I don't think he's here now. Gentleman clear in the back there with the checkered shirt. If I throw this to you, would you catch it?
Today or tomorrow?
Well, I'd give you $50 if you catch it tonight. Would you?
All right.
Okay. Are you an actor by any? Can you act?
Absolutely not.
I'll try anyway, all right?
Dad took after everybody.
Well, should we use him?
Yeah.
Okay, we didn't do anything. I mean, we didn't rehearse this, did we? Okay, well, you catch it, all right? Ready? Here we go. Yeah, we got the right guy. Okay, now, Eddie, you play along with me here, all right? With your eyes, not off the ground, just out of your chair there, all right? You could probably do it. All right, turn around, face everybody there. I like that. Now, here's what I want you to do, Eddie. Eddie has the cards here. Now, Eddie, using your best acting skills, I want you to shuffle those cards. Now, that is what we call acting. All right. All right, Eddie, have you mixed the cards?
Have I what?
Have you mixed the cards?
Oh, absolutely.
Good. Now, take them out of the box. I needed somebody with a good sense of humor. Now, I had the cards in the box to the lady sitting next to you there. The lady you helped me a little while ago. Now, don't lose it. You'll go crazy trying to find it. Now, Eddie, here's what I need you to do. Take those cards, spread them into a fan. We're taking the jokers out. We have 52. I need you to do it, Eddie. Go to anybody here and have them select a card. Yeah, take the cards. You just hold the box. Yeah, I should have brought directions, right? Okay. Slice it. Take a card.
Take a card.
All right, now, look at it.
You're as crazy as I am.
That was my next line there, Eddie. You just got to slow down. Look at the card and memorize it, all right? Okay, have you got it? Okay, now, show it around to everybody. All right? Just to make sure that I don't peek, I will now blindfold myself. Don't forget what it is. Turn it face down. Put it back in the deck that Eddie's holding. Great, very good. Now, let me see if I can guess what it is. Is the card you selected the Ace of Spades? No? Just like I predicted. It gets better. All right, now, you put the card back in the deck. I'm sorry, Eddie, put the cards back in the box. Now, that's what we call overacting. And throw them up here to me. Just throw the cards to me. Go ahead. Thank you. Give Eddie a big round of applause. All right, watch this, ladies and gentlemen. You won't forget this as long as you live. Check this out. Once again, I sense you're underwhelmed. Well, that's it. No, there's one. Have you guys all heard of bicycles? These are bifocals, all right? Very easy to see anywhere you are. Now, let's review what we did here, though. The gentleman who took the card, what is your name?
Bill.
Bill? That's correct. Bill, let's review. We took an imaginary deck of playing cards. Now, Eddie gave him a shuffle, and he spread them into a fan, and he went to you at random, had you take the card, you didn't know he was going to do it, you looked at it, you memorized it, you turned it face down, you put it back in the deck is placed in the box, Pat threw them up here to me, and I'm standing here right now with a deck of playing cards in which there is one card face down. Now, wouldn't that be something if it was the card you looked at? You bet your boots it would. Unfortunately, I have no idea how to do that. But let's try anyway. Now then, when I say now, in a nice, and your first name again? Bill. When I say now, Bill, in a nice clear voice so that everybody here will hear you, name the card out loud. Are you ready? Ready? Now.
Ace of Hearts.
Ace of Hearts? Wrong. Ace of Hearts? No, really, was it the Ace of Hearts? Was it, Pat? Was it the Ace of Hearts? Yeah, it was? Was? You don't know? Well, we don't have all night, Pat. Was it? Was it the Ace of Hearts?
No.
No. Are you lying to me, or is he telling the truth? You're crazier than he is, you know that? Well, one of you, who knows? Do you know? Was it? What, really? What was it? It was? Oh, nice job. She lies and you swear to her. There should be one card in here. Face down. It was indeed the Ace of Hearts. This works. It really is going to be a miracle. You got one card in here. Face down. We'll go through the deck. Hold them up here so everybody can see. It's never worked yet, but maybe tonight we get lucky. I don't see anything yet. You picked her. Remember that, all right? Get one card. Face down. Cut it to the front. Here we go. Ace of Hearts, right? You had a chance to change your mind. Happy with the line you have? Would you like to know how I did that, Eddie?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
I did that very well. How many people here been to Las Vegas? Anybody here been to Las Vegas?
I'm going to have to shut it off.
Have you seen a guy out there named Lance Burton? Wonderful, wonderful magician. You've seen him? I saw him. Your will is no longer your own. Are you hypnotized?
Yes.
You are? Really? Good. All right. She's hypnotized. Now, you may not believe this, but when you become hypnotized, you automatically get psychic powers. Pat, do you know what I've written on the other side of this envelope?
No.
Isn't that incredible? That's a thousand so far. I said no. But you're sleeping, so you don't need to know that. All right. All right, stay just like that, Pat. The back of your neck is getting numb. We now come to the second part of our experiment. Beginning to see a picture here? Now don't move, Pat. The back of your neck is numb. You won't feel a thing as I touch this sword to the back of your neck. Tell me the truth, Pat. Feel that?
Yep.
You do? Mm-hmm. Have you ever done this before?
No.
Neither have I. Feel that?
Uh-huh.
Feel that?
Uh-huh.
Well, never mind. All right, before we do anything else, Pat, we must first sterilize the blade. All right. Oh, just like that, don't move. Whatever you do, don't move. You will not feel a thing as I touch this sword to the front of your neck ever so lightly on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3, now! Here's a little bag of M&M's for you there, Pat. You might want to do something about this plumbing. I'm standing in a puddle right now. Hey, you are sick. Now, you may not believe this, but she doesn't feel that because she's hypnotized. Now, I'd like to do a scene from my favorite TV show, ER. It's a Kodak moment, folks. Now, she can't feel that because she's hypnotized. Well, that's our show tonight. Hope you have a good time. Don't move.
Where's my
There's,
camera?
what, you want a picture from a lawyer? Is that what it is? Don't move, Pat. Don't panic. When I do this for kids, I always say, don't try this at home, kids. Don't try this at home, kids. All right. On the count of 3, here we go. 1, 2, 3. Guess what? Hey, there you go. You're about a quart low tonight there, Pat. Tell you what, she doesn't feel like she's hypnotized. I will unsnap that. We'll come back here. We'll unsnap the back just like that. You are now de-hypnotized. And you're going to be just fine. Don't drink any water for the next half hour. Isn't she great? I mean, 2 times for that. That's great. Fantastic. Give her another round of applause. That way I don't have to pay her. You sound like you are. Believe it or not, we've been up here almost 45 minutes already. So I want to do one more, and I know you're anxious to socialize and have some fun. I've been picking on people in the front here, and I don't mean picking on you, because it really, without you people, I wouldn't have a show here, so I really do appreciate you helping me. But let me go to the back here, all right? Because we're going to do something here that Houdini used to do, and I'll just find a couple of people to help me with this. How about you? Come on up here and help me with this. And let's go clear the back. You? Yep. Come on up. Give them both a round of applause, will you? Bruce, would you grab that chair over there and bring it over here? Great. And you're Don? Don, all right. Have a seat right there, Don. Thank you for bringing that over here, Bruce. It's amazing what you can do with unskilled labor, isn't it? Look at that. Just kidding. All right, sit down. Have a seat there, guys. Now we're going to do this thing before we get to the actual trick tonight. This is a completely ordinary, empty black bag. Check it out. There. Okay, see? Just like I said, empty. Now, right?
I don't know what about me, but I guess so.
Okay, well, that's fine. Just say yes.
Yes.
Good, all right. Would you hold on to that there, Don and Bruce, hold on to that side right there. Now, here's what I want you to do, guys. Hold it up just about like that. Now, I want you to wave your hands over the bag and say the magic words, Don. Wing, wing.
Wing, wing.
Good. Say it again a little bit louder.
Wing, wing.
Hello? Wrong number. Set the bag down, guys. Now, inside this, I have a pair of genuine Australian transport handcuffs, and these are the kind they use over in Australia, actually, back in about the 18th century to imprison the criminally insane. So if we have any criminally insane people here tonight, you probably already knew that. Now, here's what we're going to do. This is, if you pull on that, make sure that is a good solid thing, and if you would do the same, pull on that, make sure that's good and solid. Excellent. All right. Now, are you ready for this? Are you ready for this? Now, I'm going to take this lock. I want you to lock me inside. Pull it up nice and tight there, all right? As tight as you can. Is everything okay? You're busy, all right. All right. Something wrong with the chair? Would you like to get up and take a look at it? Just go ahead and take a look. Look underneath there. By the way, if you find a little ribbon under there, you win a plant. Okay? Yeah. Have a seat. Everything is all right there, right? Absolutely nothing wrong? Some poke you or something like that?
Zap.
Kind of a zap.
Yeah.
He's got a zap there. You gonna be all right?
Yes.
Good. Go ahead. Get the other side there. All right, if you would, Bruce, just lock me in there. Pull it up nice and tight. Don't worry about it. Well, take your time. Well, it's something you want. Something wrong with the chair. Stand up for a second. Let me see something. Let me stand to the side here if you would. Let me just sit down here. I guarantee you, even though I have a bum leg right now, there's absolutely nothing wrong with this chair. Would you like to trade with Bruce? Have a seat there. You sit over there? You sit over there. All right. Well, now I'm securely locked in this. Would you hold on to that, Bruce, all right? And if you would, hold on to this right here, okay? Hold up a little bit higher. Here's what I'm going to ask you to do. I'm going to stick my hands down inside the bag. When I do, on the count of 3, I'm going to try to escape from this faster than Houdini. serious. All right, now, here's what we're going to do. Hold the bag open. I need you to hold the bag open just like that. About here, where my hands are. Okay, now don't move. I'm going to put my hands down inside. I'm going to try to escape the count of 3. What I need you to do, Bruce, is just hold it up a little bit higher. Okay? Get going. Put my hands up, and you do the same, all right? We're going to try to escape from the bag and the handcuffs in a matter of... Oh, look, guys, let's just forget this whole thing. Pat is just laughing it up down here because he says, all right, finally, it's not me anymore. You guys have been really wonderful. I'd like to give this back to you. Thank you. That is your bill. Don't tell me it isn't, okay? No. All right, I'll make sure I got back to you. Ladies and gentlemen, you know, like I said before, this would not be much of a show without the people who helped me, so if you would, give them a round of applause. I want to leave you with just a couple of words here. Never ever get in a fist fight with an ugly person. They have nothing to lose. No matter how wonderful you think you are, no matter how many friends you think you have, the size and the number of people at your funeral is going to depend mostly on the weather. And before we finish tonight, Eddie, is Eddie, right? How can I forget you? Eddie, what is your favorite card? Name it out loud.
7 of them.
You know what mine is? It's a business card. If any of you would like one of these, please feel free to ask afterwards, all right? Thank you very much. Hey, God bless each and every one of you. My name's Jim Barron. I hope you enjoyed the show. Thanks, guys.